This might be my longest new release video yet. Y'all, I have 3 pages of new books that are coming out. Holy moly. Hi, hello, everyone. My name is Shelby. Welcome back to A Little Literary Love. I'm glad y'all are with me. And yes, this is going to be probably my most viewed video that I do on my channel, which is talking about new releases that are coming up in the next month. So we are finally to September is right around the corner. We're gonna be talking about all the new books that are coming out, all the new romance books that are gonna be coming out in September. But before we get into all those books, please make sure if you like this video, you're hitting that thumbs up button and also subscribing if you haven't already. I post videos every Thursday and Sunday, and I talk about new romance books, what I'm currently reading. I give lots of recommendation videos, and yeah, it's a great time over here. So definitely make sure you're subscribed so that you can, keep watching my videos. Please and thank you. Yes, so again, this is, I think, my most viewed video that I do every month. So I enjoy putting these together. I like knowing what books are going to be coming out. I like anticipating new releases. This also just really helps all the authors out as well, because I like to read a lot of indie authors, and pre-orders and early release sales are so critical for these authors and the success of their books. So if there's something that I tell you about, like books that are going to be coming out that you think sound interesting, that you really want to read, make sure you are looking at those. I leave links for all of these books down below to both Amazon and bookshop.org, which bookshop.org is bookshop, or it is an online platform that helps support indie bookstores. So both, it helps authors and indie bookstores as well. As I say with every new release video that I make, this is not all inclusive. I'm sure there are hundreds of romance books that I missed that I did not put on this list, although I have quite a few for September. I don't know what it is with September, but all of like the big names in romance are putting out books in September. I don't know if there's something in the water, if September is just like this magical sales month, but everybody is putting out new books in September. So we have a lot to get through. Also, there may be some that are coming out that I'm not aware of. Like I said, since I follow a lot of indie authors, sometimes indie authors will do surprise releases. A lot of times books get moved around too. I've already had to take off one book that I had on my list because it just came out like a couple of days ago while I was making this list, that this author is now pushing their book back to October. So I'll talk about that whenever it does release. So things change in the book industry all the time, just depending on, life happens. We're gonna get into it in all of these books. I have about 30 new books to talk about. Well, technically this list is more than 30, but one of those is like an entire like short story collection that's coming out. So many good ones. Okay, first up, on the 2nd, we have The Good Girl Effect by Sara Cate. I'm so excited for this one. I have already pre-ordered this one from an indie bookstore that I like to get my books from. This is her next gen series after the Salacious Players Club. I'm so excited. This one, our male main character, I think he's widowed. He's a single dad and he needs a nanny. So it's a romance between a single dad nanny trope. He owns a sex club in Paris. I'm so excited for this. I cannot wait. And also on the 2nd, we have By the Horns by Ruby Dixon. This is the 2nd book of a series, which I don't know if you can see. I have the first book up on my shelves that I still have not read yet. This one, our female main character, she is wanting to get into this guild, but she hears dead people. But necromancy, I can never say that. Necromancy is a crime in this world, and it's illegal. Our male main character, I believe he's a minotaur, thinks that she committed a crime. He also has a crush on her. I don't know. I read it very briefly, the description of this. I need to read the first book. But this one is coming out. I know it's highly anticipated because it's Ruby Dixon, and she's amazing. Also on the 2nd, we have Wild Reverence by Rebecca Ross. Now, this one I'm kind of curious about. I'm a little bit confused by what I have seen on Goodreads and Amazon about what this book is about. I think previously Rebecca Ross has mostly written YA. You can correct me if I'm wrong on that. I have read one of her YA books and I thought it was all right. I think this one connects to, is it Divine Rivals? This one sort of connects to that series. I don't know if you have to have read that series to read this one. But this says it's an adult, but then there's another part that also says it's teen coming of age. So I don't know which is which, but this one is our female main character is a goddess, and our male main character has dreams about her. And at some point, I guess they get together and it's like a romance. I don't know. I'm curious about this one. And then also in the second, we have Every Step She Takes by Allison Cochran. This one is a sapphic romance. This one is about two women who are on a queer like tour together. Like it's like a vacation kind of tour together. And one of the women has like newly come out. And so they're just kind of on this tour together and they form this like bond of sorts. I've read one book from this author and I really enjoyed it. So I'm hopeful that I'll really like this one whenever I get to it. Then on the 4th, we have the start of a new series from Greer Rivers. We have Unveil. This one is another like dark retelling. I believe this is a second generation series from her, is it Tattered Curtain series? It's like Dreadful and Rouge and Phantom. That series that she did, this is supposed to be a second gen. So another second gen series. This one is a Swan Lake retelling. Our female main character is a ballerina. This involves an arranged marriage, a mass stalker, a stolen bride scenario, and then it's a villain gets the girl. So I'm excited to read this. I think it sounds really good. Also on the 4th, we have A Love Most Brutal by Kath Richards. This is the second book of a series from Kath Richards that is mafia rom-coms, which I think is very interesting. I feel like that is a new theme that is coming out with books, is a dark rom-com. I think kind of playing off of the whole Brynne Weaver, the Ruinous Love trilogy from Brynne Weaver. Like that was so successful. So I feel like a lot of other authors are kind of like jumping on that train of dark rom-coms. So this one's a mafia rom-com. This one involves a marriage of convenience between, I think he is like lead of the head of the Brodfa. And then I thought this was very interesting. Our female main character is the enforcer of her mafia family. So her mafia family comes from, it's like a matriarchal type of family, and the women are in power of this family, which I think just sounds very interesting. So they enter this marriage of convenience kind of thing together. Then on the 9th, we have Eldritch by Keri Lake. Now this one, I do not have a link to Amazon for this one. And I haven't checked yet. I guess you'll find out when I post this video if there's a link for thebookshop.org for this book yet. I honestly am imagining that Keri Lake is going to be doing a live release when this book comes out, which sometimes authors will do. And when they do that, you are not able to pre-order them, unfortunately. This one is the second book of a duology. This is all I know about this, is that it is a dark gothic fantasy romance. Anathema? I'm not really sure how to say the title of the first book. That came out, I think, last year or the year before that. And I've heard really good things about it, but I have not picked it up because I heard it ended on a cliffhanger. So I wanted the next book to come out before I read this. So since it is a duology and the second book is coming out, this is perfect time to read both of them and see what all the hype is about. I'm super excited about this. Then on the 9th, we have Cruelest Kiss and Fairest Blood by Violet Taylor. This one is a monster romance, a fairy tale retelling that is a mashup of a whole bunch of different things. It is a mashup of Edgar Allan Poe, Howl's Moving Castle, and Snow White. So if you like any of those things, you're probably going to enjoy this book. Yeah, it's monster. It's got touch her and die tropes. I don't know. I've read one monster romance from this author and really enjoyed it. So I'm super excited about this one. And I think This book might be like everybody's most anticipated release because this author is so hyped up right now. That's Elsie Silver. Her last book of her current series that is out, Wild Cards, will be coming out. This one, honestly, this one sounds really good. I'm so behind on reading Elsie Silver. I need to catch up because I've enjoyed the books that I've read from her. I don't know. Anytime a book gets so hyped or like an author gets so hyped, my brain is just like, oh, I don't want to read it anymore. But this sounds so good. So this one, I know our male main character is a fire pilot. This involves an ex-boyfriend's dad. One of my favorite tropes, and it's forced proximity, I believe, because it sounds like they have to, like, she ends up staying with him, or they get in a situation where they're like roommates or something. So I believe it has forced proximity, which is another one of my absolute favorite tropes. So I think when I finally catch up to this series and with all of her books, I think I'm going to really like this one. It sounds so good. And we also have People Watching by Hannah Bonham Young. This one is a small town romance. He is new to town, but he's not staying. Our male main character and female main character, they form a friendship while he's there, and they start some sexy lessons. So that intrigued me because I always love the trope of sexy lessons. It's fantastic. And then on the 11th, another like super hyped series is this one is the 5th book in whatever the series is, The Gingerbread Bakery by Lori Gilmore. This is like a cozy small town. I have the first one for which I've been saving because it seems like a perfect like fall cozy type read. So I think I'll probably end up getting to the first one soon. So the 5th book of the series is coming out, and this one, it says it's enemies to lovers, but for like cozy small town, are they really enemies? I imagine this is actually probably going to be more of like a hate to love scenario rather than enemies to lovers. Both of our characters are business owners. She owns a bakery and he owns a bar, and they're fighting over something. I don't know. And then on the 16th, we have Until the Heart Stops by Jillian Eliza West. This one had vampires, so of course that's why I put this on here, because I love vampires. Vampires are like my favorite paranormal creature. This one is, our female main character is a witch, and she owns an illegal blood den because apparently it is illegal for vampires to take blood from like humans. So she owns this den that is illegal, and she has a vampire secret admirer. I adore this cover. I'm super excited about this one. Also on the 16th, we have Love at First Fright by Nadia El Fassi. This one is an author and an actor. He is the actor going to be in her book to movie adaptation, and they are butting heads because she does not think that he is a good fit for this movie. Apparently there's an age gap between them, that it's of course their romance, but she also sees ghosts. There's a little bit of a like a paranormal element to this when they're filming in this house or mansion. Sounds pretty cool. Also on the 16th, we have You're Next by Tate James. This is the 3rd and final book of the Devil's Backbone series. I'm trying to read my writing, sorry. This is another author that I'm really behind on. Tate James writes a lot of wide shoes romances. I have read her, whatever it is, Kate series, like Kate, I don't remember what that series is called. I have read that one. I remember enjoying it, and I've been so behind on this one. So all I know about this is, again, it's another white shoes. Apparently one of the men that she's with is her stepbrother, and it's like a college secret society. So 3rd book of this one's coming out if you've read the series. And then I'm so excited for this one to come out. On the 23rd, we have Kneel with the King by Amanda Richardson. This is the 3rd book of her Midnight series. This book has been pushed back, and it's been like redone 1 or 2 times. Like the author's original storyline, she ended up scrapping because she just wasn't feeling it, and then changed it to a male-male romance. And I am so excited for this. This features One of our characters, he was the boyfriend of the female main character from the book 2, and he was a really shitty boyfriend to her, and I'm so excited for this. So again, it's male. They are they're rivals in business, and they are on this like business retreat together, and they decide to fake date to help them make a sale. It features bioawakening. One of the characters is a pleasure dom. I'm so excited for this one to come out. I cannot wait to read this. Also on the 23rd, another really hyped up book right now, another really hyped up author is Taurus Season by Brynne Weaver. This is the start of a new trilogy from Brynne Weaver, another dark rom-com romance. This one takes place in a small town. Both of our characters are killers. She lives in this small town and she kills troublesome tourists that come to this town. And he is coming to this town to seek revenge, I think, on somebody that she killed, potentially. He's seeking revenge. So he's like been killing people in revenge of somebody that he knew that was that has died. And I don't know. I'm sure this is going to be absolutely ridiculous, as with the Ruinous Love trilogy. Excuse me if I could talk. So I think this one will probably be really good. And then another one I'm super curious about, again on the 23rd, is What Fury Brings by Tricia Levenseller. This is apparently her first adult book. So I'm pretty excited about that because I have read some of her YA stories. They're like fantasy romance, but they're YA, and like they were really good. I remember reading them and wishing they were adults because I loved the characters in the storyline. I just wanted a little bit more adult stuff happening. So I'm super excited that she's writing her first adult story. So this one, it sounds so interesting too. Her female main character is from this kingdom where most of the men have died out. So in order to secure her place, like her queendom, and obtain power, she has to get married, but she has to kidnap somebody. And that's how like the women in this kingdom get power. Is a warrior princess, and she ends up kidnapping the prince from an enemy kingdom because she thinks that he will be a good fit for her to be her husband, and he has to go through these like trials to learn how to be her husband. That just sounds so freaking cool. I cannot wait to read this one, and I just think it sounds amazing. And then this is where we get to the like short story collection that is going to be coming out. So we have the Scared Sexy collection. This, I believe, is an Amazon exclusive. I want to say this, so it'll be on Kindle Unlimited, and I believe you should be able to listen to this on Audible as well. Like if you check the book out in Kindle Unlimited, you should just be able to automatically listen to it. They have that, whatever feature that is, that like that read and listen feature. I don't know. So this has a lot of hyped romance authors that are part of this series, and it is just a short story collection that is like sexy Halloween stories. So we have Hot for Slayer by Allie Hazelwood, which is a vampire slayer romance. We have Falling by Christina Lauren, which this one I couldn't necessarily discern what this one is about, but it's got angel wings on it, so I'm wondering if it's like a fallen angel or something. Spicy Little Curses by J.T. Geisinger. I don't remember what the blurb for this one is about. Space Vampire by Ruby Dixon. So this one obviously is going to be about some alien vampire or something or other. Beautiful Nightmare by Katie Robert. Now this one is about a sleep paralysis demon, which I bet she totally got the idea for that from R.M. Virtues has a book about a sleep paralysis demon, and I've seen Katie Robert on her social media pages raving about R.M. Virtues and their stories. So I bet you that's where they, excuse me, because I believe Katie Robert is non-binary. They got the idea for that. And then My Boyfriends Are All Monsters by Kimberly Lemming, which I believe is also going to be a Why Choose monster little scenario. So all of these sound super fun. And so, you know, if you have an Amazon account and want to check these out, they sound really fun. So also on the 23rd, we have Bad for Business by Kat Singleton. This is the second book of a series that she's done. This is like small town country club in the Hamptons kind of scenario. Features a workplace romance. I believe our female main character works in PR, and so she's trying to take on our male main character and like help with his PR something or other. But apparently they hate each other, so it's a hate to love scenario. This also features golden retriever Black Cat. I've heard really good things about this author. She's actually sort of local to me, so I need to try her out. Then on the 25th, we have Feeding Beauty by Holly Roberts. This is the 5th book of a series from her that's like fairy tale retellings. This one is a Sleeping Beauty retelling, and it sounds very interesting. She has been cursed, and she is a succubus, and he is her dragon protector, and they have a thing for each other, but neither one of them can touch each other because with her being a succubus, if she touches him, like he'll die from her like succubus powers. But then apparently with him being like a dragon creature or something, if anybody touches his skin, they like turn to flame or something. So I don't know, but they apparently have a romance and they've been in love with each other, and this just sounds so good. Like, I can't wait. I haven't read any of the books of the series, but I have the first 2 books on my shelves. I really need to get to this because it sounds amazing. Then on the 26th, I'm wary about this one, but I'm also really excited about it. So we have Father Knows Best by Daisy Jane. Daisy Jane has been pushing out so many books this year. I believe this one is going to be another standalone from her. And this one is about a son-father duo, and they're sharing our female main character between them. So I'm worried about that because I have read scenarios like that in books before, and it's not always my favorite. Like, it can be kind of weird. It is. I love forbiddenness. I love the tabooness of it, but it just, I don't know. But it also has Wander on the cover. Daisy Jane just has great marketing for her books, because anytime I'm on her Instagram page and she's like promoting a new book, I'm just like, I have to read this. Like, she just writes all kinds of like very sexy, kinky books. This one is obviously going to be that way because, again, they're sharing. Apparently, there's also breeding kink in this. Cuckold, which is where like one person likes the idea of their partner sleeping with other people, or likes the idea of sharing their partner with other people. So I think that's where this scenario comes in, because he's sharing his partner with his father. I don't know, but it's Daisy Jane. Like I said, I'm like both very wary and super excited for this. I don't know. I'm having all kinds of mixed feelings about it. Oh, and then on the 26th, we have The Fang Arrangement by Sarah Blue. This is the second book of a series. I read the first book last year and I loved it. I'm so excited for this one to come out. I don't know a ton about what this is about, and I honestly don't really want to know a ton about what this is about. All I know is it's a witch and vampire romance. They have forced proximity. I don't know. The first book was amazing. Cannot wait for this one. Then we have, again on the 26th, we have Bewitchingly Hers by Jennifer Chipman. This is the third book of her paranormal romance series. I have the first book up on my shelves, which I believe these are all just like super cute and cozy paranormal romances. This one is between a witch and a wolf shifter. They're fated mates. Don't really know a ton more about this. And then the last day, the 30th, we have a ton of books that are coming out on the 30th. So we have Savage Obsession by Kate Oliver. This is the second book of a Mafia series from Kate Oliver that just nabbed my eye because it's Mafia, age gap, there's Daddy King in it. I really want to read it. And then we also have Welcome to Blackbird Hollow by Alison Carr Wachter, and maybe another author that I forgot to write down, so my bad. This is a paranormal small town romance, and our main character is a fae hunter, and apparently the wild hunt is coming through town. This one is apparently an ode to all of the different paranormal shows, like TV shows from the 90s and 2000s. Like there's stuff in here that reminds me a lot of like X-Files and apparently like Supernatural. I like the cover too. This just sounds really cool. And then Bitterbird comes out by Sarah Simone. This is the last book of the Lionese trilogy. I have been anticipating this for so long. So this is, if you haven't read the Lionese trilogy, it is a polyamorous romance that is a Tristan and Isolde modern day retelling. We are finally getting Mark Trevina's POV in this one. I'm so excited for this, and I should be getting an arc of this since I am on Sarah Simone's influencer team. I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped. I cannot wait. We also have House of Rain coming out by Harley Laroux. I believe this is her first traditionally published book, like that she is writing for specifically to be traditionally published, because her other series that she has started out indie and then got picked up by a traditional publisher. So I'm so excited for her. This one is a sapphic romance on a spooky island of sorts. I don't know a ton more about this, but I'm excited for it. Then we have Soul Searching by Lila Sage, another small town spooky one. I'm so here for all of these spooky, cozy, fall type romances that are coming out in September. That is kind of what I'm in the mood for currently. So this one is a small town. I guess she comes to town. She is renting a room from our main character, and she sees ghosts. So he keeps catching her like talking to herself. I don't know. So it's like a small town kind of cozy paranormal, maybe cozy, maybe it's a little bit spooky. And then I believe the last book that I have on this very long list of new books that are going to be coming out is A Pack of Pumpkins by Veronica Samick. This is the third book of the Omega Book Club series, which sounds super duper cute. I believe all of these books in this series can be read as standalone, so you could pick up right where this one comes out, or you could pick up one of the other books in this series. But it is a cozy fall Omegaverse, and they are in a haunted house, and it just sounds so good. I love, like, that just works so well together, I feel like, is Omegaverse and like cozy books, because they mesh so well. So like a cozy fall romance meets Omegaverse, that just sounds so perfect. And I've heard really good things about the first book of this series, and I really want to pick it up and try it out. So I feel like this video is a bajillion years long because there's so many books that are coming out. Oh my goodness. So let me know in a comment down below which books you are excited for that are coming out in September, or if there's some that are coming out that I missed, you can drop a comment down below to help us all out. Because like I said, there's so many, and these are just the ones that caught my eye that I have on my radar. You know, new books are coming out all the time. So I'm so excited for all of these authors. I'm excited for all the reading I'm going to be doing. But yes, so if you like this video, make sure you give a thumbs up and subscribe. And otherwise, I'm going to stop rambling, and that's going to be in this video. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.